Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you all have enjoyed your holidays, right? Yes. Now let's come to our geography class. In our geography class today, we are going to start new chapter. Before I start this chapter, I just want to ask a small question. Are you ready, children? Yes. Did you have your breakfast in this morning? Yeah. Soon after you're having your breakfast, what do you drink? Yeah, water, milk, etc. Right? Yeah, children. So when you think of water, what kind of images comes to your mind? You tell me now. Yes, you might have think about the rivers, you think about the waterfalls, oceans, seas, etc. And rainwater also, right? So and you people try to float the boats, paper boats in the flowing rainwater, right or not, children? In the pits. So today we are going to discuss a new chapter called water. Now, how this water exists on the earth and how it changes its forms also, let us see. Children, at the end of today's class, you'll be able to learn about the sources of water, water cycle, terrarium, and distribution of water. First of all, let us discuss the major sources of water, children. Children, water is of two types, you know very well. One is fresh water, one is salt water. Salt water comprising 99%, but fresh water just only 1%. This 1% of fresh water is available in rivers, ponds, springs, glaciers, etc. and also what, children? Lakes and wells also. Right? The ocean bodies and other seas contains salty water, as we all know very well that the water of the oceans is salty or saline, so because as it contains large amount of salt. And now, how does this water changes its forms? Children, in a sunny day, the sun's heat causes evaporation of water because it boils the water from the surface water. It means from the water from the rivers, lakes, oceans. Not only from them, children, water from our bodies also evaporate. When the water vapor cools down, it condenses and forms clouds. I repeat, children, on a sunny day, the sun's heat evaporates the water from the rivers, lakes, oceans, and all the living creatures also. So this water is very light. Water vapor is light in weight. No, it goes up and cools down. So when it cools down, it condenses and forms into clouds. It changes its form. See here, you can see the clouds over here. The water vapor goes up and condenses in the form of clouds. So from there, it may fall on the land, on a sea, in the form of rain or snow or sleet. See here, these clouds only when they go up, they become cool and comes in the form of rainfall. On the land and ocean, children, it is in the form of rainfall. On the mountains, it comes in the form of snow. Okay, so the process by which water continually changes its form and circulates between the oceans, atmosphere, and land. So this kind of system is known as water cycle. What's that, children? Water cycle. I repeat, the process by which water continuously changes its form and circulates between the oceans, land, and also atmosphere. So this is called water cycle. And here you can see the major seas, lakes, and rivers, children. Here see Lake Victoria in the Africa, and Niger River, Amazon River, Mississippi River, Caspian Sea. Okay, these are all what, children? Major water bodies. What do you see here, children, in this picture? Yes, it is terrarium. What is terrarium then? It is an artificial enclosure for keeping small house plants. Small decorative plants can be kept in a enclosure. It means a glass enclosure or glass bowl. That we can call terrarium. So the earth is also like terrarium, children. The same water existed centuries ago. It means when the earth was born, how much amount of water is there? Same water existed today also. So the water which we are using to irrigate our fields now is the same water which was flowed in the Amazon River or some other place in the world. Okay. So in the hundreds or thousands years ago, it was happened like that. And children, today you just make terrarium in your houses. For that you need just a glass jar, children, enclosed glass jar, and fill the glass jar 1 by 4th of it with soil, and apply the humus on the top of the soil and arrange the plants one by one. First the bigger ones and then the smaller ones around the plants, and then sprinkle the water. So the water vapor from the leaves evaporates and again forms into small droplets and falls in the form of like rain, like small droplets. Okay, na? That's what this is called, terrarium. Children, here we can see do you know or facts, right? Interesting facts. Salinity. We use the word called salinity, right? What is the meaning of salinity? The amount of salt present in the water is called salinity. Sea water is saline water, right? But we don't know how much amount of salt contains that sea water. Actually, the amount of salt is present in the grams, children. How much grams? In 1000 grams of water, how much amount of salt is present? So, actually, the average salinity of the oceans is how much, children? 35 grams. 35 grams of salt will be present in the 1000 liters of water, sea water. Okay. Now, one more important fact is that Dead Sea. Do you know, children, where the Dead Sea is located? Yes, it is in Israel. So Dead Sea also is salt water, but actually Dead Sea is not a sea. It is a lake. Large lakes are called seas, children. So Caspian Sea, Black Sea, Dead Sea, these are all lakes. Because they are large in size or big in size, they are called seas. So this Dead Sea, children, it has a salinity of about 340 grams of salt for 1 liter of water, children. 340 grams of water, salt for 1 liter of water. So that's why there you cannot find any fish. Fish will die. Fish can't survive over there. And if you want to drown in the Dead Sea also, you can't drown because the density of water is so high. Swimmers also can float on it. Do you understand, children? Yes. So the presence of salt makes that water so dense. Do you understand now? Now let's see distribution of water bodies. Children, we all know that the 3/4 of Earth's surface is covered by water. 3/4 of water in the sense 1/4 is covered with land and 3/4 is covered with water. It means in the 4 parts, 3 parts water and 1 part with land. So if there is more water than land on this earth, why do so many countries face water scarcity? Yes, you know very well, right? The water which is present on the earth is salt water. 99% of water is salt water. Only 1% of it is only fresh water. That is why many countries they face water scarcity. Okay, so now let's see the distribution of water, children. So oceans comprise 97.3% saline water. It means salt water. Ice caps 2%. Groundwater 0.68. Freshwater lakes 0.0009. Inland seas and saltwater lakes 0.0009. Atmosphere also same 19. Rivers also. Rivers are very less 0.0001. So together, all this together comprising 100%. So fresh water is very little, children. Salt water is 97.3%. That is why we understand that the distribution of water is not same and the water is scarce because the fresh water is in limited content, but the population is more. Understand, children? So with this, what do you understand? Water is absolutely essential for survival. Understand, children? So we will drink only fresh water when we are thirsty. We will not try to drink salt water. That is why. So water is very precious. Please don't waste water, children, and use it carefully. Okay. And at last, children, you please do this activity if possible. It is not compulsory, but if possible, you try to do this activity. It is very funny, children, and very interesting also. Right, children? With this, I conclude today's class. Thank you.